My name is NAnastasi. I'm a first-year architecture student at UNC Charlotte. In this video, I'll be describing the process of which I took to create this project. The first step to this project was to draw 18 unique hands, and since I'm not very good at drawing in a realistic style, I decided to abstract the hand as much as I could, and this allowed me to not only analyze the hand and its form, but also analyze what the hand could be, what the hand could represent. On the screen, you're seeing 5 of my favorite drawings from that assignment, and my favorite one is over here on the left, for not really any particular reason. I just really like the way that one looks. The next step to the project was to create a sculpture of a hand made out of wire, and here you can see my hand that I created, and over here you can see the same hand but under the influence of light to cast shadows. And this one here, this image, really kind of influenced me going forward because I really loved the shadows that this created. So I started to design my box around that shadow and that position of the hand. And over here on the right are drawings I did of my wire hand. The next step to the project was actually design the box. So here you're seeing corner studies. So it's just an idea of how my box will be like put together once I actually built it. And so you can see some journal pages and also the actual studies themselves. And below that there are graphic drawings of the hand itself and what parts of the hand I would like to emphasize with my box. I'd say that I stuck with the one in the middle and the one on the left the most. From there, I started to actually design the box itself. So here you're seeing a cross section, and here are instructions to build each individual part of the box, and the corresponding colors match up with the colors on this diagram here. And over here is just a rendered view of my box. Here's the actual box that I constructed, and when I reached this point in the assignment, I kind of reached a decision. I kind of took a moment to think about something. I originally wanted my box to be oriented this way here, with this being the top and this being the bottom. However, myself and my professor and a bunch of my friends all agreed that the box looked better if it was like stood up on its side like this. But in my mind, I didn't want to abandon my original idea, so what I came up with is I was going to have my box be able to be oriented any way you like. So it could be viewed from this position or this position and make just as much sense either way, and even more positions if you like. So I took that idea and I expanded upon it with my cladding. So my cladding covers all 6 sides of my box, since it can be oriented any way and there isn't really a top, bottom, or whatever. So for the space of exclamation though, I'm going to call this the front and this the back. So if this is the front and the back of the box, I designed these claddings to be very similar to one another because I tried to kind of create groups of similar claddings with the adjacent sides. So the front and backs here have these small cutouts that emphasize a small section of the hand. And this, if you could call it the right and left sides of the box, you have larger cutouts that extend towards the end to frame a larger part of the hand. And finally, here is what you could call the tops and bottom of the hand, along with like a perspective view of what it would look like if you were to actually kind of peek into one of the cutouts shown previously. These next few images will show my box under the influence of light, which is something I really love because from the beginning pretty much of this assignment, I loved the shadows that my hand could create, and this part of the assignment finally brought the shadows back, which was something that I was thinking of since the beginning. And I really enjoy how everything turned out to be put all together. I enjoy everything being together as one cohesive thing. So I'm going to give you a moment to look at these photos on the next 2 slides. And finally, this is part of the assignment that isn't like actually made, but if I were to display my box in a room or a space, I came up with this idea, which kind of mimics the design of my box with these cutouts which frame my box almost like how the cladding does, and this is actually a cross section, so imagine that there's another wall here, but you have two doorways and along with a bunch of slits cut out that mirror the cladding itself. But yeah, anyways, that about sums up my project. Thank you so much for listening. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a nice day.